Cory Trepanier's Into the Arctic Video Journals. Brought to you in part by Eureka for Life Outdoors and by Merrill. Let's get outside.
Well, it's the night before we go on our big trip, and I'm still getting some stuff together. One really important thing I don't want to forget is my art supplies, of course. And going on a trip this big, there's a lot of different considerations that I've been working on. The different environments that I'll be painting in require me to carry different easels. At times I'll be working on some really big pieces, or big enough considering I'll be out in the field. I'll be using probably this half-box French easel. I can put canvases up to 42 inches by 24 inches, and it'll support it well, especially if I tie things down. On other occasions, when I need to backpack and I just won't have enough room on my back or enough strength to carry the bigger easel and everything, I carry what's called a pochette box. And this is a really neat contraption. It mounts on a tripod, kind of like this, and I'm able to have my panels up here that I have with linen on them all ready to go, so that it all just folds and fits into my backpack, and the extra paints I carry in the front of the pack. A third option is when I'm actually canoeing and I have the concern of the possibility of tipping or getting everything soaked. The same pochette box actually works its way right inside this Pelican case. And inside here, I've got this portable panel carrier. And these panels that I've been using the last few years are Baltic birch, prepared on one side with linen mounted onto the front side archivally. In the past, I've spent many hours cutting masonite and putting coatings on them to protect them, the paint from the wood. So I put shellac and 3 coats of gesso and create the surface. And it would take many hours of preparation. These I'm able to get all ready to go, and they're wonderful to paint on because they have the nice texture of the linen as well that I really like. Once I get beyond 12 inches by 16 inches, that's when I really like to move into a canvas or linen that allows me a little more bounce when I'm actually painting. So this is a pretty unique system. What I'm doing now is setting aside enough paint to support each of my options when I'm in the field. This way I can just take one option or the other and go. So I've got my little stash here that I've been sorting through, and in deciding what colors to take with me, I have a pretty extensive palette. In the studio I tend to work with almost 24 different colors. But not only does that get heavy when I'm in the field, but it slows the process down a little. So I'm going through and cutting back and trying to bring as few paints as necessary, which for me still means that I'll probably be carrying about 16 or 18 different colors. But I like to have options when I'm out there. So anyhow, this will keep me up until the night. Oh yeah, brushes. Lots of choices for brushes too. I like to bring stuff that's a little firm, not quite stiff like a hog hair. This is a nice synthetic option. This option here is somewhere between a soft watercolor brush and a sable brush, and it's got a nice mixture, which gives it allows me to put on the paint thick but still keep it smooth without a lot of real heavy edges, because I'm not crazy about painting in that way. And so I've got to put a selection of these together for each of my kits as well, if you will. So when I get to a location up in the Arctic, and if it's hopping in the canoe or if it's going to be hiking, I can just grab my gear and go. So get this done hopefully before the sun goes down.